Yeah, welcome to the class on SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is a very well documented concept, and the SWOT analysis we are looking from the business organization's point of view. So, any business organization has to uh, think about the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats from time to time. And this kind of analysis uh, will be used to evaluate a company's competitive position and develop strategic plan. So, in simple words, SWOT analysis has to be done periodically, and companies should know what are their strengths, what is its weaknesses, what are their opportunities, and what are their threats. So, in terms of understanding this SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, threats, companies will get a lot of advantage. Because they want to take a strategic decision, they will understand their strengths, they understand their weaknesses. Uh, if you if you want to understand this concept in detail, strengths and weaknesses are internal, opportunities and threats are basically external. In that sense, they're beyond our control. But to some extent, the strengths can be improvised, weaknesses can be reduced because they're all internal factors. But opportunities of the market giving, of the economy is giving, the technology is giving, we should be proactive. And the threats are also from external source. And in that way, we should aware of the threats that the company might likely to be facing in future. So it is a framework normally used to evaluate companies' competitive position and develop strategic planning. Okay. So whenever you take a strategic decision, for example, mostly they are irreversible decisions. They cannot be withdrawn. They cannot be taken back that easily. Even though you want to withdraw, maybe capital expenditure you incurred already may not be recovered fully. So in that sense, SWOT analysis will help us assist our own competitive level so that whether we can compete with others or not before it happens. So if you see the SWOT analysis framework, it's a classic model. I'm just showing you on the screen, which is internal strengths. Strengths are normally what do we best, what we do best. For example, some companies they have a strength of product, distribution. Companies like HUL can distribute to the nook and corner in India. And some other companies, they're very strong in product design, product. For example, Apple is very strong in design and product features. And some other companies, they may have strength in terms of financial muscle power. Some other companies, they have very strong R&D. Like this, each company will have their own strengths. Some are they're very strong in service delivery or customer service or employee engagement. Like this, what are your strengths? You should know. At the same time, each organization will have some weaknesses. In what areas do we receive the most complaints? From complaints, you will understand your weakness. So, sorry, your weakness are harmful. So at least you should have a robust feedback mechanism. And that feedback mechanism will give you a lot of insights in terms of your weak links. And if the system has to be improvised, the entire value chain must be strengthened. Any weak link is there that has to be removed. So the point here I would like to emphasize is once again, strengths and weaknesses are internal, but the company is impacted by the external factors also, such as the opportunities and threats. For example, opportunities. What are the opportunities available? In the liberalized, globalized, and privatized world, we are moving or we are existing. There are n number of opportunities. Even today, small startup is giving a big challenge for the so-called the leading companies of yesteryears. So in that sense, the opportunities are many because the technology is opening great, what I can say, avenues for the companies. For example, the GPS system has evolved and it has resulted in many such companies using the application of GPS, and they are starting their business models based on business aggregation, such as Oyos, Ubers, or Olas, and such kind of businesses extensively depend on GPS system. Or you take, for example, Phone Pay, Google Pay, Amazon Pay, these are all the result of the UPI payment interface, that is government's public digital infrastructure that has thrown an opportunity in India for digital transactions in a very big way. So there are new companies emerging very fast. So the point I would like to emphasize, those who are encashing the opportunities, those who are ready while preparing proactively for the future opportunities, they're surviving. So your job is to understand as an organization or as a leader to see continuously what are the opportunities and what are the threats they are there. Threats, for example, even though opportunities are many, threats are also many. For example, here, what are the trends, conditions, or competitors pose a threat to us? Such type of questions you should constantly pose. And you should also make yourself relevant. Sometimes companies lose their relevance in the eyes of the customers. Some old technologies, the dependent companies, they were no more in the race. For example, companies in textile industry in India, like Pinnies, Calicos, they were no more today. But earlier, 100 years back, they are the leading companies. But today, there are new wave of companies that are coming. The threats like, for example, artificial intelligence, in what way it is going to impact the type of business you are doing in future? How do you do the customer service? They're all going to be impacted with the new technologies. Or you take, for example, machine learning, artificial intelligence, or you take, for example, what I can say, blockchain technology is giving a new opportunity as well as a threat for the existing models of business. So constantly, by understanding strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and threats, the companies must strategize their future plans. Then only they will survive. So everybody should work on improving their strengths, reducing the weaknesses, scan the opportunities, prepare in advance for the opportunities, and you should also learn how to overcome the threats that the market is throwing. For example, recently some black swan movement in the business, for example, Corona pandemic has created. Some businesses have lost, some businesses houses have flourished. The vaccine companies thrived on the crisis situation, and India became vaccine capital of the world all of a sudden. So, like this, sometimes threats are also important for us to be activated, to be competitive based on the strengths. So, in that sense, you should be a continuous learner. The strategic managers or the leader, the top management must always commit themselves for to convert the organization into a learning organization. So this is the importance of SWOT. And if you see, once again, to sum up what is SWOT, what are your personal internal strengths that you can learn on to help you to achieve your goals? SWOT not necessarily always for institutions. SWOT is necessary for individuals also. So individuals also must have their own SWOT analysis so that they can improvise further, they can make themselves relevant and useful, and they can also be an impactful players. So weaknesses like, for example, what are your personal internal weakness that you need to work on and to achieve your goals? And for example, the opportunities, what external opportunities such as resources, people, or training, and you take advantage of to help achieve your goals. So what are the opportunities you should stand? You should put that well in the balance. And at the same time, you see external threats. External threats such as upcoming obstacles or contextual factors that can be predicted and mitigated to ensure your next reach your desired goal. So now there is a concept called TOWS. The just reverse of SWOT. TOWS. What is TOWS? TOWS analysis is an extension of SWOT analysis framework that identifies your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, but then goes further in looking to match up the strengths with opportunities and threats with weaknesses. In simple words, after finishing your SWOT analysis, you should also do TOWS analysis. That is nothing but matching up with your strengths with opportunities and threats with weaknesses. So that will give you additional dimension of insight. That additional dimension will help you be more proactive, and it will help you to at least to survive this fast-paced competitive world. So with this SWOT analysis and TOWS analysis, they are the must, and they are the part and parcel of environmental scanning. After completion of pestle analysis, the organizations must do the SWOT analysis on a regular basis or a periodical basis, and then they should continuously improve. Continuous improvement, continuous learning are very much needed. With this, I conclude that SWOT analysis is a basis for introspecting what are our strengths and weaknesses and identifying the opportunities and threats so that the survival of the business to run the long run will be strengthened. So with this, I thank everybody for your patient listening, and I wish you good luck and have a great enriching experience. Thank you very much.